Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shepherd. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Right, 97. 33 rail. Good, 52. Green jack. Hut.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa.
And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And he's missed now at his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. This is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Pickett sets up play action. That's swung out wide to Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks,
is pretty impressive.
Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Arthur.
I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, 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 dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, good and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Across the formation, he hits Austin.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Pickett now on 1st down.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How do they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice nice gain of 25 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Tua looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Claypool with another catch. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool,
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7th. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now Pickett on fourth down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Off play action. Pickett. This one finds Austin outright. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is Harris.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And some space here. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now Harris. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Pickett will look to pass it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Now Pickett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. They run for it with Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Open net is Waddle, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
On the ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to pass, Tua. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 15-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
Trouble, 38. Fight, 97.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw again on second down. Tua being chased out left. He'll swing this out to Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Tua going to throw. Going to look deep for Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris.
A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7.
Tua.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They hand this off to Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They run with Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Pickett.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 18. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a
the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, and they go back to Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Harris. And he stopped immediately there. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play.
That's caught at the 25.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to knock the devil when built like Tiana Teller. And balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going.
And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They started on the ground with Eckler.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now it's Herbert, and that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Arthur Mallett.
He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And he's brought down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Pickett going to keep it himself,
and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll find Everett there, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
On fourth down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 46 yards. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Hopkins with the extra point. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. Well, now how about this return? And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On second down, Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
It's complete to Williams.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Eckler now between the tackles. And room there to work it inside the 25.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On Herbert, his third interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
From the 27, Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Here's Herbert.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Herbert to throw.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here's Pickett. That's going to be caught. It's Austin.
So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. Austin is there and brings in another one.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One final shot for Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to succeed.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
A beautiful spin and room to run.
Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 18.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Pickett now on 1st down.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. That's complete right side to Asiasi. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd down and 8. Here's Burrow. This is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 31 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first